Hey, it's that time to put the boat away, and what a great boat I had this year. I want to go over it a little bit with you. It's a 1750 Fishhawk by Crestliner, and it's in the Midnight Edition, and what a fantastic ride it's been. We've tournament fished with that, which is a little bit unusual, I think. Most guys that are tournament bass fishing are using, glass boats with 250s on them and more of a traditional bass style layout. But we're fishing in a multi-species Fishhawk boat, and we're doing it for some reasons. One of them is to support our dealership, but what a great boat. What a versatile boat this has been, and enabled us to be very competitive in a bass fishing circuit that includes folks from the Professional Elite Series in it. So it's a serious fishing rig too. And I want to go over some of the great features that make it family, make it fishing, make it kind of that all-around great utility boat that might be right for you. So the first thing, let's talk first about the back. It's got a nice big back deck, and you can see that it's got some jump seats in it. And these things are very solid. That deck is solid, but underneath it you've got a really nice jump seat. And then underneath that jump seat, you've got room for storage. And over here I've got an extra battery. That happens to be my house battery. So great jump seat, and a jump seat over on the opposite side. And under that jump seat, I've got a Blue Sea Systems charging setup, and that's got an automatic charge relay and a cutoff switch, and then you'll see my starting battery. And what's nice about that system is it allows the motor then to charge up both the house and the starting battery when it's running. And the other thing I've got back here is the big live well, big, deep, clean live well with an aeration system. It's lit. Just this thing has been fantastic. This has held 20 pounds of bass plus. It's got some pedestal seats over here for making arrangements if you want to fish using the nice bucket seats. Here you put those in the pegs in the back. It's got some whammy hold bars. It's got a myriad of cup holders in it on both sides. You can see the speakers for the Boss stereo system. I've got a swim ladder for it. That isn't mounted right now because I've got the brackets included on this thing for the power pole system. I have the power poles, but I left the brackets on. No need to pull the motor in case somebody wants to put power poles on that buys it. It's got a C-Star hydraulic steering system for this awesome Mercury Pro XS 115. I'm telling you right now, that motor is a gas sipper. If you're an angler and you like to do a lot of idling around and looking and mapping, there is absolutely no motor better than that one for fuel mileage. You'll literally check your tank multiple times to make sure that the tank full empty gauge is working properly, because it just absolutely sips fuel. No exaggeration, this is one of the most fuel economical motors out there for a performance engine. Great motor, can't say enough about it. Push this rig, the 1750, in the neighborhood of 40 miles an hour, which is plenty fast for us. We've never lost a bass fishing tournament being beat to a spot. It's never happened. So the speed didn't really bother us, but what a great fuel efficient motor. If you want a performance engine that sips gas, that's the one. The other nice thing about this boat is it's got vinyl floors. Of course, right here down below, you'll see it's got a great utility rack on there that I love. It's got cup holders, place for pliers, a place for scissors for your braided lines. Really a great little feature they had on there this year. But vinyl floors, you see this step down cockpit area. So you've got a big back deck, and you got a nice little cockpit area that you can step down into with a lot of room to maneuver around. That's what's missing out of a bass boat for comfort, is this big area here. Then of course we go up to the console areas, and I always get the dual console. And here it's got a nice passenger console that's high, big glove box with some charging accoutrements for your phone in there. And then it's got underneath storage as well, up on top under that console. It's got lure storage both on the passenger side and over on the driver's side. It's got some more storage here. We use this for soft plastic baits, life jackets, and the like. So big deep storage that goes up into the front of the boat there. We didn't really use that for rods because we didn't need it, because it's got a massive rod locker that's lit. It's got some hydraulics on it. It's got room for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rods. If you leave that in, if you take that center piece out for the individual sleeves, you can actually get 30 or 40 rods in here that are sheathed with a rod sock. Below, you've got 2 trolling motor batteries right there, both deep cycle interstates, and then there's the 3rd deep cycle interstate back here, and then you've got a 3-bank Minn Kota onboard battery charging system for the trolling motors here. And that's all neatly hidden away right here. So great rod locker that's also lit. It's got courtesy lighting up underneath the rails on both sides of the boat, which is nice, up in the front as well too. So driver's console, it's got some tilt steering there, which is nice to have. The seats move back and forth, these great comfortable bucket seats. If you're in a bass fishing boat, I'm telling you, you almost have to lay down to get in and out of a bass boat seat. And here you've got great bucket seats, super comfortable all season long. More cup holders, some storage up underneath. And you can see the control panel for the accessories, your master power, nav lights, live well, accessories, courtesy lights, and your recirculation switch, and your bilge, and a horn, and a 12-volt power source. And then moving up, it's got another battery charger right here. And I also installed this, and I'm leaving it on the boat for sale, as a battery monitoring gauge. It's digital, and it's hooked up to the house and the starting battery, so when you're running and you've got the master power on, you can monitor the charging of those battery systems. I'm also going to leave on my balls out mount. I don't want to sell the boat with holes in it. So you're going to get a great 12-inch supporting electronics mount that is super steady, been put to the test. Nice clean gauges up front. Got a Boss stereo system in here, which is awesome. And then moving up, more cup holders in the front. I mean, when you're fishing up front here, you know, there's 4 or 5 cup holders. There's no shortage of cup holders in this boat. I've got the Crestliner leaner seat up here, but you can see it's got a nice big front deck. It's got some netting on both sides to keep any lure packages you've got. And then on the business end up here at the front, which is great for forward-facing sonar and electronics, is that raised platform area there. That's pretty awesome. It puts that, for me anyways, it put the live scope and my electronics on a good mount right up where I could see them easily. And then I could get at this trolling motor that's going to go with the boat, which is an absolute weapon. It's the Minn Kota Quest, and it's a 24 36 volt system, and it's a brushless motor on this thing. This is super powerful, super quiet. This is the best cable steer trolling motor I've ever had, and with that 108 pounds of thrust on that 36 volt system, that thing pulls this thing around, probably could pull it around at 4 miles an hour. It's an absolute beast. It works great on low. It works great on every speed. That brushless motor is just second to none. So the best trolling motor in the system, or in the industry rather, on this boat. It's got the Platinum Edition comes these recessible cleats, and it's got some traction pads on it, which are nice on slippery mornings. It's just an awesome boat. Fuel set up on the same side as your vehicle. I've seen some dumb boat setups in the past, but that doesn't have that. So great setup on the trailer. Let's hop down. On the trailer here, it's actually got real stepped wheel wells on the trailer. So you can, all those steps are good. Step on top, step on the sides. Really nice. It's a bunked trailer, been really nice. You can see the decals. It's got the blackout decals on the boat itself for the Midnight Edition. Sharp looking boat. On the back, it's got the boat buckle strap down, ratchet down clips on it. It's got LED lighting both there and on the center. Got a nice Mercury Spitfire X7 stainless steel prop on it, and it's got the XS performance housing on the lower unit. So just bad to the bone. Got a mounting bracket for your electronics. And then like I said, I left the power pole brackets on. So there's no sense in taking the motor off. If the buyer wants to have power poles, they're all ready to rock. So that's it. Awesome rig. We competed with the best in the business in our area of the country. We fished in 2 professional tournaments, team series with it, and finished at the top of both brackets and finished at the top in the championship as well. So highly fishable. Don't be afraid to use a multi-species boat to be involved in tournament bass fishing or any other kind of tournament fishing, because they're really a performance boat. Love it. I use this style of boat to support my dealership. This is a very popular boat, and helping them move more of these is important to me. It's important to the dealership. And we're out there proving that you can do well in tournaments and do well in fishing, fishing in an affordable boat. I mean, this whole rig is going to go for in the 40s, not in the hundreds, like, you know, the glitter bullets are going to go for. So an affordable rig that you can get into and still have money to buy electronics and still have money to get your fishing equipment, etc. So it's a value deal, and that's part of my what I like to do is show that you can still do it with some affordability in a boat that is within reach for a lot of people. So awesome boat, Crestliner 1750 Fishhawk. I'm gonna get another one ordered ASAP for next season. Excited to use it, but this one's for sale and we're ready for you to buy it. So contact Shoders Marine in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, and we'll get you in this boat.